He retired Goldberg, and now he's set to retire Big Match John. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. I'm about to go into rant mode here. Gunther is a big nipple jobber. There's no two ways about it. The thumbnail says it all. He is a big jobber. He did not deserve to retire Goldberg. So if he doesn't deserve to retire 57, 58-year-old Goldberg, he certainly does not deserve to retire John Cena. And then you actually factor in that he's going to retire the two of them within, what, 5 months of each other? That is actually sick. No, that actually makes me sick. You look at professional wrestling, how many guys can actually claim they retired one guy? Let alone two. And Gunther's going to do it to two goats. Two greats in this business with Goldberg and then Big John. Absolutely unacceptable. Dave Meltzer's talking about rumours about a tournament. Why are we doing a tournament when everybody already knows that Gunther is going to beat him in the last... Well, I say beat him, he's going to face him in the last match, right? Personally, yeah, we all want John to win. But to me, the problem's not if John wins or if he loses. It's who he's against. It's fucking Gunther, man. Give me anybody but this guy. He's been missing since when? What, SummerSlam? And nobody's cared about Gunther. He was world champion. No one cared. He comes back. The nipples. Pat McAfee, you throw balls. Well, how about you throw the nipples? So no one cared about that feud. No one cared about the Goldberg feud. It was rank rotten. Then he beat Jey Uso again. Then he lost to CM Punk. Are we going to sit here and pretend that this guy's vital to this company? Gunther has disappeared for the last couple of weeks, months, and I have not even seen no one in our comments. I mean, I'm not expecting people in our comments, by the way, to demand Gunther, right? But spend a lot of time looking on Twitter, on WWE, their YouTube channel. There is no demand for Gunther. If this was back in the day and you had a former world champion, right, of the same year, be out for like months, there would be a demand for him to come back. You know the funny thing is about it? Gunther didn't even pick up an injury, folks. Nah. Gunther just can't be arsed turning up to work. It's the same way AJ Lee, right? She isn't even injured. Signed that big deal just before WrestlePalooza, and where's she been since it? Nowhere. Roman Reigns, exact same. He just takes time off, blah, blah, blah. Punk's not been there for a couple of weeks. He returned last night on Monday. Cody Rhodes is the same. Why do we live in an era that is not only the worst era of our time, but the people just refuse to turn up for work? Oh, Gunther needs time off. Time off from what? He's done nothing. He doesn't even wrestle when he's there. The guy rocks up wearing a suit. He'll come out, oh, the ring, it's sacred. Ludwig, shine my shoes, Ludwig. Man, it's rock bottom, but let's get into it. So WWE previously announced that John Cena's final match will headline Saturday night's main event on Saturday, December 13th, Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. Now, according to Dave Meltzer, Gunther is expected to be seen as opponent for the show. This is what he stated, and I quote, multiple sources over the last 2 days have confirmed the name, and the WWE internal listing for the Saturday night main event at this point lists that as only match on the show. 2 sources have confirmed that the latest plan is for a tournament to be announced, possibly on air by Paul Lefesque, with top wrestlers vying to be Cena's last opponent, but multiple have been confirmed. However, it reaches the conclusion that Gunther was the person chosen for the match. End of quote. Again, right? Triple H. Yeah, we don't know if there's going to be any truth to this tournament. Personally, I would just change it. If we all know it's Gunther, what's the point of a 16-man tournament, right? I actually believe that would be one of the more interesting tournaments they've done, because title matches don't mean anything, right? World titles don't mean dick. John Cena, his last opponent, there would actually be a bit of importance to that. Way more than any title in 2025, because you can't replicate people's feelings for a world title comparing to John Cena's last match. As for Gunther, this guy didn't deserve to retire Goldberg, right? But he did it. We have to move on. Can we not give it to somebody else, right? Give them the John Cena rub. Look at guys like Braun Breaker. He has been absolutely anchored. There's an anchor around his legs. He is getting pulled to the bottom of the sea. He is swimming in shite. He is swimming beneath Bronson. I mean, even Bronson Reed feels like a bigger deal than Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker was billed as the future. Why not give someone like him the last match against Cena? Giving it to Gunther, man. Honestly, it's disgusting. And people are, oh, but they'll push Gunther. They'll do this. He fucking retired Goldberg and then he disappeared like 2 weeks later and he's now in this leave of absence period. They don't do anything with momentum. There is no point of anybody in this company putting anyone over if they're not going to be there in the weeks that follow. It is utterly disgusting. And it's the same with Punk and AJ Lee. They get that big win over Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. And what's the follow-up to it? Oh, nothing. There's no follow-up to it, so you may as well have just had Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch win. It's the same with Gunther and Goldberg. Why is Goldberg's last match against a guy that's not going to turn up for months? It's actually crazy, and it's the same at Mania, man. You see Roman Reigns get screwed by Paul Heyman, and they take months to follow up on that. And it's the same even last year at WrestleMania 40. Roman Reigns loses this like 5-year title reign, and they take months to follow up on that. And I say follow up on it, didn't even do anything with it. Anyway, Triple H making it all about himself, just wanting you to bloody look at his nose. Oh, look, I'm the guy. Oh, look, this is me. I'm announcing this tournament. There is nothing they can do to salvage John Cena's last year. It's done, right? It's all over. A tournament would be slightly more interesting than just announcing Gunther, but when we all know it's Gunther, what is the point, man? And also, who's going to be in this tournament? Who actually deserves to be in this tournament? Look at the state of it. You've got AJ Styles, like he shouldn't be a party, but AJ Styles on Raw. Oh, me and John Cena's, we don't need a story. We just need to have a match. And again, this tournament, what is John Cena just going to be sitting there like a spare dick? Well, I say sitting there like a spare dick. He's not even going to be on the show. It's John Cena. He's got, Crown Jewel, 2 more appearances on Raw, and then Survivor Series. And in between Survivor Series and the Saturday Night's Main Event, which is going to be John Cena's last, there's no appearances for him. So again, you're going to have this tournament, right? Who knows how long it's going to last? Maybe that's what they're trying to do, fill in the gaps. But say you have a tournament, right? Say it's over with a couple of weeks before Saturday Night's Main Event. Say you got 4 shows, 2 Raws, 2 SmackDowns. Cena's no there. The guy who wins the tournament's left on double one. And that's why wrestling is so fucking bad, by the way. Imagine Gunther wins this tournament. How is Gunther, a guy that couldn't cut a promo to save his nipples, right? How is he meant to carry a feud with John Cena when Cena's no there and he's just to come out and talk about the ring is sacred, John? Do you think we care? John Cena's last match, right? Why would the fear? Why would any wrestling fan give a fuck about how sacred the ring is? When John Cena's got like 6 days left to retirement, he's got 1 match left, 1 appearance, and this guy will talk about the ring, the sacred ring. Crap, it shouldn't be him. Personally, I don't know who should be John Cena's final opponent, because like I said, they'll drop the ball with no matter who gets selected with this. I mean, it should be a great opportunity. Make no mistake about it, this should be a monumental opportunity. John Cena's last opponent, right? You look at wrestling history, like Mount Rushmore, right? Cena is obviously getting put in the same as like Austin, Rock, Hogan. All 3 of those guys didn't have the retirement match, right? Yeah, Austin Mania 19, but he never officially retired. It was kind of just one of those ones that was a quiet thing, right? Hogan never really got the retirement. He never got the retirement match, and it's the same with the Rock. Rock's still going. The retirement matches are very rare. They don't happen that often. Ric Flair, Michaels retired him, and then Taker retired Michaels. Yes, they came out since in TNA and WWE, but you remember those matches, and it's like WWE has had 2 this year. Well, 1 with Goldberg, and then they're going to have this one with Cena, and they are giving it to Gunther. Look in the pack. Michaels retiring Flair, Taker retiring Michaels, and now we've got Gunther within a couple of months retiring Goldberg and one of the GOATs in John Cena. That makes me actually physically ill. I want to throw up because this guy doesn't deserve it. Why does Gunther deserve it? Because he hurts his opponents? Because he slaps the nipples clean off their chest? Makes it beetroot red? Is that why he deserves? Is that what John Cena deserves in his last match? Oh, Joy, we're going to give you a guy that's going to make your nipples red raw in your last match. After, 20 odd years of this guy being a megastar, a legendary career, and that's what he gets. Gunther slapping his nipples red raw. That rubs me the wrong way. Gunther doesn't deserve Goldberg or Cena, man. He's getting both of them. It actually makes me sick anyway. I'm ranting here. Gunther, he should just get released, to be honest. There is no need for this guy in 2025. But then you look at the entire roster. What is the need for any of these people? I would rather watch Triple H in the middle of the ring dancing with a fucking sledgehammer for 2.5 hours and watch Raw. But that is the current state wrestling's at. John Cena, again, I think John's got to take a lot of responsibility for this run, because we just live in this fucking era where nothing can be criticised. If John Cena, right, and we all love the guy, we love Big John, but if John Cena was a real man, right, because let's be honest, I think he will. All these guys used to be real men. I don't know what's happened, but if he was being real, he'd be saying to Triple H, "You have fucking killed me this past year." But he's going to come out and pretend it's great. Now, he has come out and said the heel turn, right? He's come out and said the heel turn sucked, right? But he's kind of put it down to himself. Why is he pretending that all the face stuff's been great? The face stuff's just been as bad as the fucking heel turn. I mean, the actual face turn back from heel is the worst thing about this entire year for John. The Rock and Travis Scott couldn't bother turning up, so I'm turning it on. I love you, Cenas. Get in the bin anyway. Gunther's a big jobber. Get rid of him. Release him, guys. Come on.